there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you do enjoy this video, please make sure you do join the family down below by hitting the big red subscribe button, because honestly means the world to me. My family keeps growing and growing and it's honestly amazing. So thank you so much for clicking on this video and I really hope these tips help. For this video, I've decided to share some tips on how to stay organised during the school year, because I know the struggle is real when it comes to being organised, especially during the school year. We get so unorganised, so I really hope these tips help. A really good tip is to have a planner, and only one planner, because if you have multiple planners, you're going to forget to put certain dates and certain things into that planner, and you're actually going to forget if you look at the wrong planner. So a really good tip is to have one planner and only one planner, and make sure you put all your dates into it, and make sure you check in it every single day so you don't forget anything, because planners are really helpful for staying organised and remembering things on time. My second tip is use plastic folders, because by doing this, all your loose sheets will all be in the same place. If you just leave your loose papers around in your school bag or your locker or in your school book or anywhere in your room, it's going to be really hard to keep them all in one place, and when it comes to revision time, you're not going to know where your important sheets are and you're most likely going to lose them. I know so many teachers at nearly every school tell you this, but have a separate workbook for every single class. It is so stressful if you have every single class in the same book. Your book's going to run out quicker, of course, and you're going to have everything mucked up and you're going to forget which work is from which class. And this is horrible when one of your teachers goes to take the book, because when they take the book to assess or something like that, you're not going to have the book for the other class. You definitely need to keep them separate so you know what belongs to which class. Another tip is to have organised school supplies. You need to be able to have an organised pencil case so you know where everything is. So you're not sitting in class wasting time trying to find a pencil or a pen. Make sure you have everything when you go to class, and make sure it's all organised so you know exactly where it is and what you can use. I know we hate doing this, but please make sure you clean out your locker even weekly or maybe even fortnightly, because it does get so messy when we just keep chucking sheets in there, rubbish in there, things we don't need anymore. It gets so messy and it starts looking like a bin. So please make sure you clean your locker out every now and then, because it will definitely make a difference. When you get given homework, organise what your homework is and when it's due, and make sure you do it on time. Don't just leave it for the last minute. I know so many of us do this. I actually don't do this. I do it as soon as I get it, so it's out of my way and I don't have to stress about it. Get rid of papers you don't need. This is so important, because if you're keeping all the papers you do need and all the papers you don't need, there's a big chance you're going to muck them up and chuck the good papers out, and you're going to be stuck with all the useless papers, or you're just going to get them all mixed up and you're just not going to care about it because it's too many papers and you're like, whatever, I don't want this many papers, I'm not reading all this stuff. Focus on your work. This is a really good tip for staying organised in the school year, because if you don't focus on your work, what's the point of even being there? You're not going to get your grades, and that's the only reason you're there. So if you're not going to focus, then don't even bother going, because really, what's the point? I always do this, but you need to try to remember to put all your dates on every single piece of work you do. So if you ever have to go back to a certain date, you know every single piece of work you did on that date. And if you ever need to, you can find out the date you started a certain topic in your class, and you'll know what day to go back to in your workbook. Use different coloured pencils for titles, so that when you're reading through your work for revision or anything at all, you know which part is the important information, which part's the titles, and you don't mix yourself up with the information. Try using red pen for the titles and the dates, and then using black or blue for the actual writing. Start projects as soon as you're told about them. Don't leave them for the last moment, because they do get really stressful, and especially if it's a group one, make sure you talk together and make sure you're starting it as soon as you're given it. Don't just leave it for the last minute, because it's going to end up horrible. Make sure when it comes to studying that you have a really good place to study at home, a really quiet place, a time where you can be on your own and focus on your schoolwork, and where nothing else can bother you, because you really need that time when you're studying. If you're really bad at keeping on track of everything you need to do, try to do a to-do list, and you can tick off everything you do so you don't forget anything you need to do that day or that week. Try waking up at the exact same time every single morning, so your body will start to not have a problem with getting up at that time in the morning. Try to have a keep clean policy for your room. I know this may not sound like it has anything to do with school, but it really does, because if your room's organised, you're going to end up going to school with an organised mind, and you're going to be ready to start that day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it helped. If it did, please make sure you join the family down below by hitting the subscribe button and leave it a thumbs up. Thank you so much.